Hi there and welcome back to Save with Crypto. Okay, so I didn't really know what to make a video about today really because there's not much to talk about really apart from doom and gloom and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'd make a video not about doom and gloom. Alright, Bitcoin is probably about a third of what it was when it was at all-time high, which is pretty crap, isn't it, really? Having said that, I've been messing around with ByBit. I've been doing little scalp trades all day long, on this account and the other accounts that I used when I was doing the copy trading thing, and I'm generally making about $300 a day, which is like okay, isn't it? And I'm only playing with about 10 grand of capital, so and that's me not knowing what I'm doing. So it's not bad. So there's that. So you can make money. I was in a short today from about I wished it was actually 21,091. It wasn't. It was about 20,700, and I came down to this yellow line that I'd drawn here, and I kind of put it out at about 20,030. So it's 20,300. But nevertheless, a nice gain. It wasn't a particularly big position though, unfortunately, so I didn't make a ton of money there, but I could have done. It was something like a 20% gain or something like that. So you can make money when it's like this. Now the point is, if you make money, then you can get more Bitcoin. If you're going to get more Bitcoin now, you know that in like maybe 2 years' time, after the next halving, it's probably going to be worth easily 4 times what it is right now. So that's all good money, isn't it? I don't think there's too much to be worried about really. I do think it is going to shit the bed though tonight, because to me it's looking like it's going up in this rising channel. Rising channels like this, it's essentially, I think what do they call them? Something like a upside down bull flag or something like that. So you've got I don't really know how to do this, but there's a flagpole like that or something, and then it goes up the channel, and then at one point it just gets exhausted and drops down. And that'll take us down to something like 17k again, which is what it bottomed at. Now, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? For anyone who's been watching the channel, they will know what I'm going to say, because if I just reset the chart. So what happened here at the weekend, was it the weekend? A few days ago. Price came down here, right? Had a little rally today, went up again. Now if that shits the bed tonight, comes down, and then it goes back up again, that is a beautiful double bottom, or I think they're called Adam and Eve as well. I imagine that's their two bottoms together. Yeah, would you look at that? I did my usual thing and kind of went off to make some food and stuff, and while I'm making a video, and sure enough, the price of Bitcoin dropped by what's that percentage? Okay, 4%. That's quite big for Bitcoin. So it dropped by 4% to below 20k again. So my plan now is to set up some long positions between sort of where it is now and sort of 17k. So it's been there, it's done that, it's starting to come down again, and it would do something like come down to about 18,000 or so, and do a double bottom and then continue upwards. That's what I'm hoping, and I'm going to set long positions down here. I didn't short it. Well, I didn't short that big drop on the way down. I wish I had, actually. I'd have made a fortune, but I didn't. So there's always an opportunity. Don't ever forget that. So just try not to lose money, and try to make money. And yet again, a few hours have passed because I got distracted. But what I did do is I went in with like a fairly small sort of like a long at about $20,073. It was only like a $2,500 position, and lo and behold, I'm sort of $638 in profit. It seems to be going downhill now, but I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll probably push my stop loss up a little bit more just to make sure that when I go to bed I do end up with at least a profit, and hopefully it'll turn around and go up again. But otherwise I'll just look at it tomorrow and decide what to do. The point I'm making is like there's always opportunities to make money, and to be honest, if you've even if you don't want to do the trading, because trading is quite scary. It's very stressful. It's quite emotional, and it's not for everyone. But even if you don't want to do that, just literally, buying a bit of Bitcoin like now, or eGold or whatever you fancy, but buying it now while it's a fraction of the price that it was a few months ago, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I do these jobs, and they vary from like super cheapo jobs for like about $300, and then the more expensive sort of like corporate clients, they pay me about kind of like $5,000 to $10,000 for doing some work for them. That it takes me about like 2 or 3 weeks to do that work, and I'm quite good at what I do in my particular field. So when I get like $10,000, now I can buy half a Bitcoin with it. Whereas, a few months ago, I was thinking, well, shall I buy Bitcoin with it? Well, I can only get like a sixth of a Bitcoin with it. So, now it's much more attractive. And that's where I'm storing the bulk of my wealth, in Bitcoin, because I know that one day it's going to be worth and have matured better than any other asset that I could have ever imagined. And I actually believe that to be the case, even like over property. I mean, I've done quite well over property. I went from like a 1-bedroom flat in England, which I sold and then paid back the mortgage, and then I bought like a 2-bedroom apartment in France, and I sold that. That went up in value quite nicely, and then I got a little mortgage and bought this chalet that I live in now, which was €250,000. But to be honest, I'm going to sell it now for like 285,000 euros, and I've been here 14 years, so that wasn't a brilliant investment. So to me, Bitcoin is just a wonderful investment. So that's what I'm going to be investing more of my money in. And also the fact that I've got to move it from like France to England, I kind of think doing it via Bitcoin and not really telling anyone about it might give me a little bit of breather to think about things and sort of, think about tax implications, what I'm going to set myself up as in the UK. At the moment in France, I'm a micro entrepreneur, so I'm not quite sure what I need to be in England. But, meanwhile, if the money is elsewhere, just on my ledger or something, I'll be quite happy to know that's where it is. Anyway, so, it's getting a bit late now, and I've been rambling, and this is like a really disjointed video. But nevertheless, if you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't like it, click dislike twice. Leave a nice comment anyway. Don't leave a horrible comment. Actually, no. If you've got anything bad to say, leave it in a comment. I prefer that, because there's so much spam now. I can't get rid of it. I tried deleting it, it just comes back. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you get the notifications, the bell ticked on all. And above all, tell your friends.